People love saying, just stop caring what other people think. And that's terrible advice. Because if it were that easy, no one would wake up at 2 a.m. replaying one awkward conversation from 3 years ago. Nobody would delete a post because it only got 12 likes. Nobody would read one negative comment after 50 positive ones and somehow convince themselves that the negative one was the only honest opinion. Nobody would create a YouTube channel discussing these type of things either. So here's what no one actually says. You might not actually be too sensitive. You might just be addicted to validation. And the scary part is that most people don't even realize it's happening. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your brain keeps chasing approval, why one person's opinion can ruin your entire day, and how to finally stop letting strangers, co-workers, friends, or even your family control how you feel about yourself. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Imagine you post a picture online. You check your phone 20 minutes later. 30 people liked it. 3 people left nice comments. 1 person replied with, Who are you thinking about the rest of the day? Exactly. Your brain completely ignored the 30 people who basically said, hey, this is awesome, and instead, it grabbed that one little and treated it like breaking news. Congratulations. Your brain just won today's award for Worst Employee of the Month. But here's the thing, that's actually completely normal. Psychologists call it the negativity bias. See, our brains pay more attention to bad experiences than good ones because thousands of years ago, ignoring danger could literally get you eaten. Your brain doesn't know that you're reading YouTube comments. It still thinks you're trying not to become lunch. So one negative opinion feels much bigger than 10 positive ones. Modern life figured that out. Every notification, every heart, every thumbs up, every view, every seen message, these are all tiny little rewards. Every time your phone lights up, your brain gets a small hit of dopamine. Dopamine isn't a happiness chemical like people often say. It's the go get it again chemical. It's your brain saying, whatever just happened, do it again. That's why checking your phone can start feeling automatic. Not because you need information, because your brain wants another reward. And eventually, something weird happens. You stop posting because you want to express yourself. You start posting to find out if people approve of you. You see the difference? One is sharing, the other is asking for permission to feel good. That is validation dependence. And it doesn't stop with social media. Maybe you send someone a text, they don't answer for a few hours, your brain immediately goes, did I say something wrong? They're probably mad. Do they hate me? Meanwhile, they're probably just taking a nap, or shopping, or trying to figure out why self-checkout keeps yelling, unexpected item in bagging area. Meanwhile, your brain wrote an entire Netflix drama before they even picked up their phone. Sound familiar? That's because validation dependence isn't about other people. It's about uncertainty. Your brain hates not knowing where it stands, so it fills in the blanks, usually with the worst possible story. And here's where this often begins. Think back to being a kid. Imagine getting an A on a test. People smile, parents celebrate, teachers praise you. Now imagine bringing home a bad grade. Suddenly the mood changes. You don't just learn that good behavior gets rewarded. Sometimes you accidentally learn something much bigger. My value depends on how well I perform. That lesson doesn't always come from bad parents. Sometimes it comes from sports, sometimes school, sometimes relationship, maybe social media. Sometimes it's just life. But little by little, approval starts feeling like oxygen. And the problem is, approval was never supposed to become your source of self-wealth. Because approval changes. One day, people cheer for you. The next day, they criticize you for doing the exact same thing. The internet proves this every single day. One creator is a genius on a Monday, and then canceled by Friday, and somehow a genius again the next month. If your confidence depends on public opinion, you're riding the world's most exhausting roller coaster. Now here's a question. Have you ever noticed that the people who seem the most confident aren't always the loudest? That's because real confidence is usually quiet. Confidence isn't believing everyone likes you. It's being okay when they don't. And that's a huge difference. See, validation says, I hope they approve, while confidence says, I hope they understand, but I'll survive if they don't. Have you ever seen a 5-year-old dance in the middle of a grocery store? They're not wondering if strangers think that they look cool. They're dancing just because dancing is fun. Somewhere along the way, most of us traded freedom for approval. We stopped asking, "What do I enjoy?" and started asking, "What will people think?" It sounds like a terrible trade. So, how do you break it? It's not by pretending that you don't care. Everyone cares a little. That's human. And the goal is not to become emotionless. The goal is to stop letting people's opinion of you become your identity. So here's something simple you can try. The next time someone compliments you, don't argue, don't explain, don't say, "It wasn't that good." Just say thank you. And the next time someone criticizes you, ask yourself one question: is this useful or just loud? Because not every opinion deserves a seat at your table. The people who know you best, the people who genuinely want you to grow, those opinions matter. Random strangers, not so much. Here's something else that's worth remembering. The people judging you are usually worried about being judged themselves. Everyone is walking around thinking that the spotlight is on them. Psychologists have a name for this too, and it's called the spotlight effect. We think everyone notices our mistakes way more than they actually do. Remember that one embarrassing thing you did 6 months ago, the one you still think about? There's a pretty good chance nobody else even remembers it, because they're too busy worrying about the embarrassing thing that they did. It's funny how that works. So if you've spent your whole life chasing approval, don't beat yourself up. Your brain learned that approval kept you safe. It was just trying to protect you. And it forgot to update the software. But today, you don't need everyone's permission to be enough. You never did. The strongest people aren't the ones who never get criticized. They're the ones who don't hand strangers the remote control to their self-worth. And maybe that's the real freedom we've all been looking for.